every free-to-play player inside of Raid needs to master this one tip, man. This is my current free-to-play account, by the way, man. We're very, very low on gems on this free-to-play account. Our silver is okay, but a gear enhancement is coming up tomorrow, so I'm sure it's not going to be good for much longer. My ancient shard stock supply is low, and I'm sitting on a grand total of 1 bloody sacred shard. We are tapped on the free-to-play account, okay? Horrible, horrible place to be in, but what if I told you that this makes the video game of Raid Shadow Legends very, very simple? Also, by the way, some people's accounts just look like this all the time. I know there are plenty of people who play Raid who, like, as soon as they get one sacred shard, oh, I can't do it, man, it's staring at me, bam, and they click the summon button and they just spend their shards as soon as they get them, even if there's, like, no progressive chance event or 2x event going on or whatever, they just don't even wait, they can't stand it, man, it's nice and shiny and golden, and they just want to see what's inside it, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine. It's fine. It's not fine at all, by the way. I can't stand that. But, you know, if some people do want to play the game like that, and you enjoy playing the game like that, that's totally your prerogative. Whatever, you know, good for you. Not everybody has to play the game diamond hands like me. And before we get into this golden rule tip that's going to help out your account endlessly, if you're looking for a fresh start inside of Raid and create a new free-to-play account and join me in my free-to-play adventure inside of Raid, make sure to get that done by clicking on the beginner promo link down below this video right now and using that link to start your new Raid account, man, with Basilius Randus as your day 1 start at Legendary Champion. He'll just appear in your account's inbox as soon as you're done with the tutorial, and a few free epic champions as you level up your account too. Just make sure to use that link on laptop or PC. Sadly, it's not going to work on mobile devices. Yeah, well, at least mobile devices that have ever had Raid downloaded before, ever in that device's history. So my account on my free-to-play account is drained as hell. We, of course, did the Donny Fragment event, and I've got him there ready to summon, probably like during a future personal rewards CVC or something like that. Either way, I'm just holding on to him for the time being. And then I'm blasting resources as well into the Smart Fella Titan event, mostly just trying to get the 3-star soul for Donny, and I guess going on up towards like another Immortal Soul Stone if I can. I'm not going to go out of my way to push for this. I don't have the shards to commit to this event. If I get it, great. If I don't, I don't. Now for the golden rule, man. The golden tip. Bro, it's really, really easy to fall into the trap of trying to do everything on your Raid account all the time. Of seeing a tournament pop up and thinking, oh my god, I've got to max the rewards for this. Of seeing a new fusion come by every single month and thinking, man, screw it, I'm gonna go for the fusion. But Billy, you've only got 2 sacred shards and 9 ancients. I'm gonna go for it anyway, Jonathan. I've just got a good feeling about this one. I can do this, okay? Believe. And then they sink like all their gems, all their silver, blah, 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 into trying to get this fusion done. They miss a couple of the dungeon tournaments because they just didn't have enough gems. The shard pulling events come along, and then lo and behold, reality bites, you know, Billy in the ass, and he's not able to get through the Summon Rush event because he's only got 2 sacreds. And you'd be shocked at how many people make that mistake, right? They start fusion events without even knowing if they have the resources to do them. That's crazy as hell, right? You've got to watch a fusion plan video here on YouTube. Many content creators make them. I make one for every fusion champion that comes out. That's going to tell you exactly how many resources you should expect to need for every fusion. But that's all a big tangent, man. The real tip that I'm talking about here is, look, dude, there are new events coming out in Raid all the time, okay, for fusion champions like Thorlin Foulbeard. Bloody Ninja Turtle events are popping up every other week, of course, now, and we're expecting like Deck of Fates and Heroes Paths and stuff coming in the future for future Turtle champions. We've got Heroes Paths, we've got CVCs, we've got so many events going on all the time inside of the game that if you try and engage in all of them as a free-to-play player, you're gonna complete none of them to a satisfactory standard. And so the tip that I'm observing right now on my free-to-play account is the sweet, sweet art, okay, and it is an art form, of doing absolutely nothing for about 3 months. I've already committed to not doing anything in terms of pushing major events on my account, investing major resources, spending all of my gems again, for example. I want to get back up to over 1,000 gems as quick as possible. I'm not going to do a single shard pulling event until Christmas. I've already made that commitment. Why? Well, because 90% of events inside of Raid are bait, man. Like, you can do them for fun. If you're a spender, you can engage in a lot more events like I do all the time in my free-to-play account, but most of them are not must-do events necessarily. And in fact, the truth is, every 2 or 3 months, an event will come by that's very, very good and very, very impactful for your account. It might be a certain, like, fusion champion or whatever. For me, that seemed like Donnie. This seemed like a great fusion to pull the trigger on my free-to-play account, and so I committed everything to getting this done. And so every now and again, once every few months, an event will come by that you really, really want to get done, and you want to guarantee that you can go balls deep on that event, okay, and really push it to the limit and finish it and make sure that you finish it and secure that juicy actual like account-changing, great long-term reward. And as long as in between these big impactful events, right, these unmissable fusions, you can observe the tip of doing absolutely F all and doing nothing on your account but just grinding dailies and being patient and saving resources and, you know, doing like minor tasks in the game, then you're going to be ready for when these big events come along. And I tell you what, there's actually reason to be excited about this, because you might then think, oh, what do you mean? I'm just going to do nothing inside of the game? I'm just going to like champ train and save gems and just not pull any shards for 3 months? How the hell am I going to do that? Blah, 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 blah. Dude, doing nothing inside of Raid is like the best thing ever, because as soon as you are not committed to doing fusions and you just think to yourself, what, I'm not going to do a fusion for 3 months anyway. I just don't have the sacred shards, I don't have the ancient shards, I don't have the voids, whatever. Like, I don't have the gems. I'm just not going to even think about doing a fusion for at least like 3 months in your account. Suddenly a Smart Fella Titan event comes up and there's absolutely no pressure to get this done. Why? Right? Why would you even bother blasting this? Or like a new fusion champion comes up. Well, it looks pretty good. Well, you're not doing it anyway. Forget about it, Steve, okay? What that means you get to do instead is look at events like, for example, the Dungeon Divers event right here, and maybe, okay, this is not a great example, but let's just imagine at the end of this Dungeon Divers event, there's a legendary skill tome up for grabs. You can push it. You can go for that instead. You got nothing else to spend your gems on. You're not going for a fusion champion anyway. You're not trying to do the Titan event or the Hero's Path or whatever the hell it is. You can pick an event like this and blast the hell out of it and pick up a legendary book with no pressure, because you're not doing anything else. Same deal as well with the likes of the Shredder's Wrath tournament, right? Any tournament, like it's just like a dungeon tournament, where you can pick up an Immortal Soulstone. This is a great reward, man, to make sure that you hit every single time if you can and commit your gems towards getting these, because Immortal Soulstones are the bread and butter of your account when it comes to finishing Deck of Fate events. And then every few months, usually every like 3 or 4 months, you get a Deck of Fate event that pops up that, bam, if you finish that Deck of Fate event, you get yourself a guaranteed legendary champion. So it's like, my god, be patient, okay? I haven't pulled a single soulstone, just jumping on soulstones for a second, I haven't pulled a single soulstone on the free-to-play account, minus like 10 mortals or something, many months ago. I haven't pulled a single immortal on this account since I created this account. It's been like 6.5 months, okay? And it's all gonna pay off very, very soon, because probably one of the future Deck of Fates events coming up in like the next 30 days is probably gonna award a guaranteed turtle as like a guaranteed legendary reward. Dude, I think I'm going to have enough to get over the line for this, man. I'm about to farm another Immortal Soulstone. I can then go to the Mystic Market. I can buy like 10, maybe 11 more here. I'm very, very close to being able to afford 11 Soulstones from this. I can buy a whole bunch of Mortal Soulstones as well to just help me get me over the line in that Deck of Fate. I think I'm going to be able to do this, man. And it's just because I just disengaged from this element of the game completely and just said to myself, yeah, I don't care what events come up for Immortal Soulstones, I'm just never going to touch them ever under any circumstances, because I'm being diamond hands and I'm waiting for that big Deck of Fate event. I'm waiting to pull the trigger on that one event that is unmissable, right? It's also not uncommon at all as well. There's not one active right now. Oh, there is, actually. Champion training tournaments tend to be a great event to blast, to blammer your resources into. Ignore everything else, right? You're not doing fusions, screw Titan events, all of that, right? You're chilling in the game, right? You can just completely laser sight focus on a champion training tournament, and it's another great source of getting legendary skill tomes from the personal rewards, from just doing very, very well in a champion training tournament, you know? And so legendary books, Immortal Soulstones, these are big rewards that you can laser focus on if you are skipping everything else and doing what I'm doing on my free-to-play account, which is not pulling a single shard or whatever until Christmas. You know, I've made that commitment. Another thing you can do is, dude, the amount of account takeovers that I do, man, where there's like 4 level 60 champions on the account, just 4, and then there's like 28 level 50 champions, and I'm like, oh, it's another severe case of level 50 syndrome, okay? This is your opportunity to cure your level 50 syndrome, okay? If you're taking 2 or 3 months off major events inside of Raid and you're just gonna chill for a while and stockpile resources and forget about doing fusions and stuff like that, the art of doing nothing, you get to just focus on champ training, bro. And because you're farming all those legendary tomes, which you can farm like 3 or 4 a month just from farming tournament events and stuff like that, that's not like counting Demon Lord Clan Boss, you can start actually picking out legendary champions that you want to focus on building on up, and just building champions that you've already got in your roster that are worth building. I've got a good number of champs on this free-to-play account that I can go ahead now and just focus on champ training and just getting on up to max over the next couple months, because I'm not doing anything else, right? The Skrank, the good old Drexthar, right? The Mikey, I can eventually fuse the Donatello and get that Fragment Summon done and train him up as well. Bunch of champions here. I recently booked up Mr. Rider Dipey. He's still sitting at 4 stars, dude. I can get this guy up to 60. Gonna make a massive difference in my faction wars. I've got plenty of things to do, okay? New shiny toy syndrome is a new syndrome that I'm going to start talking about on the channel as well, man. This idea that, oh man, this next fusion champion, it would sure help me out in this one area of the game where, you know, I'm doing okay, but it could be better. I think that people get a little bit baited into thinking that the next fusion champion is going to be the next big thing for their account, because it's exciting and we all want to get excited about fusion champions, right? What's less exciting is digging through champions that you've already got, that you've been sitting on for a little while, that are actually very powerful, that you just haven't gotten around to building yet, and saying, you know what, I'm going to take a couple months off and I'm just going to level Skrank purely in Minotaur. Like, as soon as he hits 5 stars, I'll just level him the rest of the way in Minotaur, and in between Minotaur farming, I'm going to hit some dungeon tournaments and try and get some legendary bucks, and I'm just going to chill out and save my gems and save my shards, and blah, 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 blah. But it's doing stuff like this that's actually going to help to progress your account massively in the long run, because you're saving those resources for an event that's actually quote-unquote unmissable, while also taking care of the good and solid champions that you've already got in your account that absolutely deserve to be built. Like, I shouldn't really be whining about my free-to-play account, man, and bad shard pulls and stuff like that. Like, recent shard pulling events went really badly on my free-to-play account. I've got plenty of champions that I should and could and should rather be building out while I'm taking this 2 or 3 months off, while observing the art of doing absolutely nothing on this free-to-play. Like, a lot of good champions on this free-to-play, man. I shouldn't be whinging too hard, you know? And I don't know, man, playing like this, it just relieves a lot of stress inside of Raid. It stops the FOMO. You kind of like ban yourself from caring about those things and just laser focusing on something like this instead, the art of doing nothing, and the game becomes a lot less stressful. And at the end of the day, man, what I always like to say is, why are you trying to race through progress in this game anyway? Who are you even comparing yourself to, right? You're comparing yourself to a spender? Are you comparing yourself to like a Saudi oil prince who doesn't give a damn, who just, like, I tell you what, man, I spend pretty big on my main account, as you guys know, with the amount of events that I do, shard pulling events, prism shard events, all of that kind of stuff, right? I queue into live arena on my main account. I think that I've got a pretty good account on my main account. I get humbled so quickly, bro. So, like, dude, at the end of the day, man, don't compare your progress to anybody but your own progress last month. You know what I'm saying, man? That's the way to go about it in Raid, man. Don't cave into the FOMO and observe the art of doing nothing at all. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, man. A little bit of a different video today. If you're going to start off a new Raid account, man, make sure to get that done right now by using the beginner promo link that's down below this video, at the top of the video description box, man. And get that done before October 30th, while Michelangelo is still a free login reward legendary. Limited time, man. You gotta do it quickly, okay? Stress, FOMO. Yeah. Not really, right? Mikey's a great login reward legendary champion. You can get that account made before October 30th, or you can wait a few months. I'm sure another, well, pretty decent at least login reward legendary will become available as well. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, lads. I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.